For the third year running, over 1,000 children from across Wakefield entered the Schools App Challenge, a competition in which groups of Year 6 pupils co-design their own health apps, with the winners seeing their idea turned into a real live download. The aim is for the teams to help the NHS reach out to youngsters about their health and well-being. This year, 20 primary schools took part in the challenge, with 6 of them making it to the finals.
If you think about it, children easily get distracted, so if it's in a game designed by children, children know how other children act, so they'll know how to keep them occupied.
There's a huge culture where children go home and sit down and watch television, or they're playing on apps, and they're not as maybe physically active as what we once were years ago. I think that's one of the challenges that obviously West Wakefield Health and Wellbeing are trying to address, in that, well, actually children are engaged with these kinds of devices, so how can we utilise this to make sure that children are actually accessing other things and are going out and being physically active.
With children, they have more imaginative ideas to make other things more fun, like your 5 a day, and whereas teachers and adults don't make it as fun, they try to.
When children speak to children, it's in their own type of speak, it's in their own terminology, whereas me as a teacher, I can sometimes say things that go over their head. But when children speak to other children, explain it in their own way, they seem to get it much quicker.
The final was held at Wakefield Unity Works, with a judging panel made up of senior leaders from Microsoft, Rare Studios, West Wakefield Health and Wellbeing, Public Health Wakefield, and NHS Wakefield CCG.
It's been really interesting to see how some of the kids have been woken up to the idea that potentially they could have careers in technology.
The amount of attention to detail that they've done on the graphic design and the way in which they've brought these issues to life through characters is just phenomenal.
The one thing that really stood out was the amount of groups that wanted to kind of tackle mental health and cyberbullying, which I think is such a really important topic, and yet these kids have done their research. They know exactly how they want to tackle it and how they want to help each other.
Such as, if you're feeling sad, talk to someone you trust about your emotions. If you are feeling angry, you can calm yourself down by counting to 10.
There was a strong theme of mental health and well-being running through all the presentations, and the young people spoke about it with such maturity and such understanding and such passion in a way that we often don't see with adults.
Well, I didn't know that there was so many people with mental health problems. We learnt that on average there's about 3 in every classroom, and I didn't think that there was that many.
The teams have spent the past few months researching and creating their app ideas, with staff from Microsoft and game studio Rare giving them a helping hand with their coding and technology skills.
Having input from Microsoft and Rare Studios and the real experts in this field is absolutely brilliant. I think their technical expertise, their understanding of the industry has just added so much value to the process.
When I first learnt about Receptions, I thought, it'll be all about coding. I don't know much about coding, but they're really helpful and they helped us progress. And yeah, Microsoft and Rare Studios, the members are really nice.
Well, having Microsoft and Rare, it's basically given a real validity to what they're doing. You know, you've got these powerful organisations which are backing up the children's learning.
After months of preparation, the final is their one chance to showcase to a panel of judges their innovative app ideas, with each team having 20 minutes to prove why their app would help young people to lead healthier lives.
Our app is called Mount Mental, and it helps with mental health because we've got all these top tips and things on the game that'll help you.
Our app is Sleepy Town, and it's based on sleep and tells you what you should not do before you go to sleep.
Our app's called Peaceful Paradise, and it's about meditation zone, and it's trying to calm us down and tell how we can help each other out in a way.
The pitching process was very nerve-wracking, but it was also really fun because I watched a dragon den thing on TV, and that's really scary, and that's what it was like.
As well as having their ideas developed and launched on the App Store, the winners also received prizes from Microsoft to support future coding learning, including a Microsoft tablet, coding devices such as a Microbit and Raspberry Pi, and the chance to visit Rare Studios, the gaming design powerhouse.
And finally, the winner, Schools App Challenge 2017, is Sandal Castle.
key thing really stood out about the winning team was that the whole technical pitch and the presentation, they had the most thought out and comprehensive plan of what the application needs to be and what the games needed to be.
I'm just proud that I could actually be in the experience.
After impressing the judges with their app, Peaceful Paradise, which focuses on mental health and mindfulness, Sandal Castle Community Primary will see their concept added to the existing Healthy Island app later this year. Despite there only being one winning team, it seems that everyone has something to take home from the challenge.
It's been very useful actually, because it's taught me how you can use the power of technology actually to help children to learn, and I've been trying then to use it in other lessons and broaden my own practice.
What was great today, there was loads of girls here making games, and it was just great to see this kind of, they're the future, you know, I want to see them come into my industry, they are the future of the industry.
The best thing being involved in a school app challenge is like you are working together.
I've enjoyed coding and everything, and I've got a lot closer with all my friends that I've done it with, and it's just been amazing. Now I've learnt more about your diet and your health. It's made me think more and like made me eat less chocolate, unfortunately.
My favourite part of today when we were doing the pitching all together and having some laugh time in the pitching room. So I think that was the best part.
My favourite part of the day was meeting all the judges and having this really cool experience.
There are now plans for the Schools App Challenge to be rolled out nationwide from September 2017. Primary schools across the UK are already signing up to take part.
Well, it is going to be more difficult, isn't it? Because we're going to have hundreds of schools competing, which can only be a good thing, because it means the benefits of this whole project can be spread much more widely across the whole population.
I'm really proud of Wakefield, the fact that we were kind of the first to do this. I think that says a lot about Wakefield and the team that work here, and I think it's fantastic that as it's going to be a nationwide competition, and I'm certain that we'll be involved next year.
We would not have entered this project for the second year running if we didn't think it was valuable for our children.
I feel very proud of being in this competition, because even if we don't win, we'll always be winners because we were the first ones to do this.
I am so glad I signed up our school for the Schools App Challenge. The work they have produced has been of such high quality. I'm just blown away. I would recommend any school taking part in it.